going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 22 video. Big day for the Madden community. Gameplay reveal, trailer came out for Madden 22, release date, pre-order information, and including all of that, a beta available on next-gen consoles. So if you guys have not been able to get your hands on a beta code, there was a link that came out a couple weeks ago that you signed up for a Madden opportunity, and I don't think everybody that signed up was given a code, because I signed up and I didn't get a code. Luckily, I got codes from EA, so I was able to get the beta myself, and we do have codes from EA to give away as well. So we're going to be giving away those one of two different ways. Number one, make sure you guys go follow me on Twitter. We've already posted this tweet, but I want to show it to all of you on YouTube. Go reply to this tweet if you need a beta code and what console you're on. The codes that I have are only available on next-gen consoles. I'm going to repeat that again, only available on next-gen consoles. We will be giving away some on Twitter, but also tonight, whenever I go live, I honestly don't know when I will, but it'll be at some point tonight, my Twitch channel right there on your screen. Make sure you guys go ahead and follow me on Twitch and turn that notification bell on so you are alerted when I go live. I'm going to be streaming some live reactions to the Madden 22 beta. You cannot capture it, but you can give your thoughts and opinions on it. That's what we're going to do in our video today, but I'll also be giving away beta codes on my Twitch channel and my Twitter channel, or Twitter page, so both of those are on your screen. Let's talk about the beta. Let's talk about Madden 22. I got some pieces of paper here with my notes and thoughts. It's a lot more exciting and better this year because there's so many open game modes that you can play and participate in. Now, unfortunately, on PlayStation, which I'm playing on right now, there's an issue with matchmaking. So the only opinions I can give you are just basically general gameplay things that I experience against the computer. As I'm able to play some head-to-head games, I think new opinions may be formed, and we'll continue to drop videos on this stuff. But here are some of my initial thoughts. We loaded into the game. We played a regular head-to-head game. We played a MUT game. If you didn't know, Madden Ultimate Team is available within the beta along with head-to-head and franchise. Now, I know the majority of my audience is Madden Ultimate Team players, and so I'm going to talk about MUT a lot in this video, but just generally speaking, gameplay-wise, player movement feels a ton better. Like, if you guys played Madden 21 on next gen, I did for about a month and a half, and I just couldn't do it anymore. It was too slow. It felt too lethargic. Players reacted too slow. I didn't like it at all. I switched back to old gen gameplay. With this year's game, or with Madden 22, the player movement 2.0 system, it feels a lot better. Now, this is what I thought of it. Quarterbacks running around, not just so much scrambling, but just moving in general, felt good. After the catch, wide receivers catch the ball, felt good. Running the ball still felt a little slow and chunky to me, and it's probably gonna make me not want to run the ball throughout the game. Now, of course, remember, everything we talk about could change. This is a beta. It's the reason we're doing this is to get feedback, give feedback to EA for the game. So these are just initial thoughts. Defensive play art looks different, and it's actually really good. I can't show it to you, obviously. It's going to be hard to describe, but one of my favorite things about it, the play art itself changed, but it also gives you a description of which zone each defender is in, and I could be bugging, but I don't think it's been like that in the past. And if you change it or audible, it updates on the fly, so I think it's just more... visually, it looks much better, but I feel like it's going to help a lot of people as well with the way that it looks and then the descriptions on there. This is for PS5. I don't know if it's like this on Xbox, but some of you who have PS5, certain games make certain sounds on the controller. I'm sure you can disable it or turn the volume down or turn it off. But two things that I thought were really cool is when the play clock's winding down, your controller starts making this beeping sound. And I know that doesn't seem like a really big deal, but for all of you solo grinders out there, I'm sure all of you have been in a situation where you set down your controller because you were paying attention to something else, and then you got to delay a game penalty. Now you can hear when that play clock is going down if you don't have game volume up. So I thought that was pretty cool. It makes a sound when you're kicking field goals and extra points. When you start your kick meter, when you stop it at the top, and when you finish it off, it makes sounds there. I don't know if that'll be on Xbox. The scoreboard is a little different. The fonts on there, the display on there are different. The next-gen play calling screen is still there, so if you play next-gen on Madden or for Madden 21, the play call screen still looks the same. Delay fades are still there. I know that was a big pain point, unfortunately, in Madden 21. Those are still there with tight ends. Now, will they be as effective? I don't know. Like I said, I've only had the ability to play against the computer, so my gameplay, explanations and experiences so far are very limited because it was only against the computer and they're only so good. For the most part, it looked like there weren't any new X Factors or abilities, but X Factors and abilities, no surprise here, are still back. Those are my initial gameplay thoughts for Madden 22 again. Once I'm able to play online, I think that list will be a lot longer. So if you're looking for a huge deep dive on gameplay specifics, probably not the video. Let's talk about Ultimate Team though. So when you load into MUT on the beta, you're going to get a 92 overall squad. I think everybody's team is going to be the same. Every player at every position is 92. Baker Mayfield, Mitch Trubisky are the two quarterbacks. Deebo Samuel, KJ Hamler are some of the wide receivers. I don't remember the whole roster off the top of my head, but a couple different things. Number one, if you want to put abilities on any of the cards within the beta, just quick sell one of your backup offensive linemen. That will give you enough training to do whatever you want. Basically, everything in the game costs like 1 training point, so any ability in there costs 1 training point. I put Hot Route Master on Mitch Trubisky. It costs 2 ability points. So one training point to unlock it, very cheap. And then the ability points are really cheap as well. There is a 10 ability or a 10 AP cap on every player or every team right now on offense and defense. All of that's probably going to change. Maybe not the 10 AP cap per team, but there's no way Hot Route Master is going to be available for 2 ability points right off the rip. And it's probably just an open, it's like this on purpose, but basically every player can get any ability on there. So quarterbacks can defense abilities. Again, I think they just left it open like that for beta, for testing purposes. But it's nice that you can play MUT, you can play with a MUT team. There's a marketplace on there. There's no packs that you can buy, anything like that. That's just in there for you to see. But I like that we kind of can get the MUT experience from the beta as far as putting abilities on there and having a usable team. The most exciting thing is on the same screen where you go in to do your normal upgrades, there is a new tab that says stats, and they are tracking stats. This was some information that came out earlier today. On there, if you pick a quarterback, it's going to show their passing yards, their rushing yards. Pick a wide receiver, it's going to show their receiving yards. Their, I think their rushing yards as well was on there for KJ Hamler, if I remember correctly. And there's toggles between against head-to-head opponents and CPU. So I don't know how much further they're going to take this, but I love the fact that they can track those stats. And will we get certain rewards or increases on attributes based on what we do with said player? We don't know. That's not in there yet as far as I could see, but I think that's really cool. Stat tracking is finally in MUT. When you load into the MUT menus, I just wrote down all of the screens here. So the very first screen looks pretty similar to last year's layout. The very first screen says play, and it gives you the options of all the game modes that you can play. Solos, which are ultimate challenges, solo battles, head-to-head, weekend league, though it's not unlocked yet, squads, and MUT draft. The next tab over is missions. So normally we see missions on the first tab. This time it's the second one. The third tab over is marketplace. Marketplace has a store, but that store is empty. You can't buy anything in there. It has a section for auctions and trades, so the trade block still hasn't gone anywhere. It has your unopened pack section where you would go to open up packs, and then it also has a My Team tab, which would be the next one over. That one has your lineup, so how you adjust your roster, change your roster. It has your binder where you can access all of your cards. It has sets right there. There's no sets in the game. There won't be any sets in the beta. And then it has an options menu and a change your team name menu. The last tab's competitive, but that's totally blank, and that's the same that we've seen in past years. It'll probably have information on competitive Madden. If you don't care about MUT, the head-to-head is in there. Like I said, franchise is in there. With head-to-head, this is also different. Typically, we're limited to like 4 teams, and by the way, with MUT, you only get one playbook. It's Tampa Bay offense and defense. I haven't found or seen a way that you can acquire other team playbooks, so that's going to kind of stink. But within MUT head-to-head, you can actually pick any team out there. So normally they limit you to like 4 teams. When you load into a regular head-to-head game, or at least when you try to, I keep getting kicked out every time I try, but you pick your team, You set your game plan. Do you want to focus on inside running, outside running, short, intermediate, or deep passing? And then once you select one of those, I don't really know what it actually does. Then it asks you, what do you want to focus on against your opponent? That one's a little tough because you don't know who you're facing unless you're playing a friend. So you just kind of randomly select one. But as we have learned in both MUT and regular head-to-head, you will be able to make halftime adjustments. So if you pick something early in the game and it's not playing out the way you expected it to, you can always change that at halftime. Once we are able to play head-to-head games, we'll absolutely have more videos going over more things, talking about our experiences with the game. If there's anything you guys want me to look for, test, or know about the Madden 22 beta, feel free to leave it down below in the comment section. Again, follow me on Twitch. Giveaways for beta codes going there. Make sure you go reply to this tweet. You don't have to follow if you can, if you want. I would appreciate it if you did. But go reply to this tweet on Twitter. Twitter name's right there on your screen. Giveaways for beta codes on Twitter as well. Thank you guys for checking out another video. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.